All right, y'all. So about to do an overseed, a true overseed. Hope you didn't do like I did and tried to plant this stuff, turf type tall fescue in August. I did. Got some limited success on it. It's just a learning thing. I do a lot of experiment over here on my channel. So I experimented with it. It's not the greatest thing. Now I'm battling trying to keep what did germinate alive. For the record, that's a lot of germination right there. That is a lot of germination that I got in 2 weeks. So the purpose of this video is to talk about the weeds. Now, in the past, especially when I first started this thing, just had to plant the seeds and deal with whatever weeds that came up with the seeds later on. I just put my pre-emergent out after I got the seeds established. Well, things have changed now. Now I'm using primarily two products right now. One of them is glyphosate, which is a weed killer that kills everything. It kills weeds and it kills grass. Yes, I use that on my fescue in certain areas. And I use, the other product I use is tenacity, mesotrione. Those are the only two things that I use. And I could come back later on when seeds have established themselves and use something like a triclopyr and a fusilade or something like that. But when I'm starting out, I use glyphosate in the areas where I just need to get rid of there's too many weeds there. I need to get rid of all the weeds in the area. I will put that down the same time that I seed. Glyphosate, I know it kills everything, but it has no soil activity, meaning that it has to be absorbed by the plant in order for it to kill the plant. But when the seed is out there, it's not a plant. So it's not affecting that seed. And by the time it germinates, it has no soil activity anyway. So it's not like a pre-emergent. So it doesn't affect the new seedlings. And the next thing is I use the mesotrione, which is the tenacity, and I want to show you something. Now, if you can see that is a yellow white. It's kind of like a whitish. It's turning if you can see all the white in there, that's the tenacity that's in there on the lawn. Now, it's not going to kill the fescue, but it will turn it white. And the way that it works, it stops the production of chlorophyll. It's how it kills. But the fescue will grow it right out. But the weeds will die. It doesn't kill every weed, but it kills a lot of the common weeds that we have an issue with when we're trying to overseed. So those are the two products that I use. And as you can see, all the white areas is the remnants of the use of tenacity. And like I said, it's a temporary deal. It's all temporary. Still filling holes that the possum made. So it's all temporary until I get everything established. And another thing that I try to do to stop this is I use iron. I use iron when I'm putting this stuff out to try to help the color stay here, but really it's all about getting the seeds established at this moment. I'm not worried about how the grass looks. But anyway, we're getting up on October. When it gets here, that's when I'm going to do a full blown overseed. Temperature should be in the 80s by then the 80s to 70s high temperatures. So that's going to be a great growing time for me. So I should look and have all of this. Hopefully I can have all this by Halloween. It'll be a lush green lawn. But for the most part, what you see here is the grass that I had the previous 3 years. So looks okay once you cut it and everything. But anyway, that's my deal. Tenacity, glyphosate, That's glyphosate. That's the those are two 1-2 punch that I use. And then after that, I'll jump over to either uh, Dismiss, NXT, Triclopyr, and Fusilade. Those are my three most favorite used weed control along with the tenacity.